Oh man.
Do you know Francis? Do you know who he is?
I do. I don't know him. But yeah.
Love him.
Really?
I love this guy. Yeah.
He was in here.
He was in here.
And he was what a nice guy. I mean, he's just like he's like a good guy. Like if he's just like if you hear his story with his father, grew up around town with a bad reputation and didn't want to be like his father. The gangs were trying to get him involved. Listen, you're a big dude. You could have money, power, women, all that type of shit. If you come with us, you know. And he chose the right. He's doing the right thing in life, and it's paying off for him.
He was homeless in France. Went over there, and they finally. Yeah, he was boxing, I think, but he took an MMA thing because he was homeless. And the guy's like, "You got to take MMA."
Really?
And what is he? 11-1. Am I crazy to think that?
I think that's exactly right.
And they're trying to work on who his next opponent is. He said he would like to fight Kane, or I think he even mentioned Travis Brown and Overeem.
I would like to see him fight
Derrick Lewis. I know.
Because that's like the good versus the bad. Like, I mean, because Derrick Lewis, it's not that he's trying to be a bad guy, but holy shit, man.
Who do you think wins that fight?
I mean,
we've never seen Ngannou pushed. He has won a decision, or was his one loss a decision? I think his one loss was like one of his earliest fights. Might have been his second fight. It was a decision.
That's an interesting one.
Because Derrick Lewis is deceptively strong. Like he hits like a fucking tank as well.
I thought Travis was taking that from that first round.
You know what? Travis was beating him.
He was beating him. He was,
and then he just got caught.
I know he hit him in his belly, and he had to go make a poo poo.
But Travis doesn't punch as hard as
no, that's true. Yeah,
really.
That's what he said afterwards.
Travis
said it wasn't hurt. I had to make a duty.
Yeah, he was kicking him straight in his stomach.
Right? Did he say it like that? Right?
Yeah.
I think so. He said something. I don't know if he said duty or poo poo or boo boo or something.
He said boo boo or
poo poo. Poo poo.
I had to make a poo poo.
Make a poo poo.
And he's been talking about Ronda. Where's Ronda Rousey?
What really is disrespectful though is
what did he say about Ronda?
Where is she?
Oh,
because that's Travis's girlfriend. And then after the fight, he was putting out things of him like his face like on like they has two people like kissing, and it was his face photographed on one. Photoshopped on one and Ronda's on another. I mean, talk about kicking a guy when he's down.
Do you think that the UFC asked them not to do that, or no? I haven't heard anything about it.
Why? I think it's great. I mean, we're talking about it.
Well, I mean,
it doesn't seem like that's people are starting to do that more.
Yeah.
Like the Chael Sonnen wrote, and now the Connor.
No, but the fight is already over. And
yeah,
you're
but
shitting on the guy.
You shit on the guy, but you're still that guy. Rather be that guy and have people know who the fuck you are.
Well,
and talk shit about you.
We're talking about it.
It's weird, right?
It's probably because they see guys like Connor making the money, or the fact that Ronda is making the money, or John Jones, who's a colorful guy. But they make the biggest money.
But you could pick up on who's kind of forcing it.
That's right.
He's just doing it like a guy that spent a few years in prison who doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's not.
That's how he's doing it.
Tyrone had the video. Did you see that video he did after the fight?
Tyron Woodley?
Yeah, it really was.
What was it?
So he had his whole gang behind him, and he was taking a video, but telling them what to say.
What?
And how to say it.
What do you mean?
It was like one of those things. I say boom, boom. You say huh. I say You say whatever that is.
Oh, it's fun though.
But it would be. But it would be like what
I say funeral. You say pizza.
What'd you say? Like a funeral.
But he was doing it. He was forcing his group of people to do this, and like you could tell, they really weren't.
Was it his gang?
Yeah, it was his gang.
The American Top Team?
It'd be like right now if I forced you guys.
Let's do it.
I say Bobby, you say Kelly. Bobby.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's not going to go over big.
It's just weird. It's like when you say forcing it, he was trying to force this.
Do you have it? I want to see
video.
what
It's on the internet. I don't have it.
What was he saying?
Did you find that?
It was just a thing where it was like you're forcing your group of people to chant like Connor's people just do automatically, or like
or they work it out
do.
before the video is
But
made.
they were working out on the video.
You shouldn't do that.
He's like, all right, check it out. I say this, then you guys do this, and all right, let's do it.
But it's his team?
I guess
that's like showing the rehearsal in a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like breaking down the fourth wall.
You don't break the fourth wall.
I was just like, dude, come on, don't put
unless
this
you're
up.
Deadpool. That's my comic humor.
I love Deadpool.
Did you see Logan, by the way?
I saw it. It's unbelievable.
Don't take your kid to see it.
I saw it.
No, you can't.
No. You saw it.
It's unbelievable.
How great was that?
It was so good.
Did you cry during Logan?
No,
maybe at any point.
I'm not talking about this. The best is he goes, at any point, I'm like, last time he goes, at any point during, he doesn't want to give away when. So last time he said that, I go, the end. He goes, well, I didn't want you to really give it away.
The only part that didn't make sense to me
was the fact that there's a man with fucking claws going out of his head. That didn't make sense.
I know why that makes sense.
The guy that can read minds.
Yeah, a guy who makes metal
First of all, he was covered in aluminium. Okay. Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So anyways, the little girl.
Yeah.
like all the other kids spoke English, except for this little girl.
Well, she did.
She didn't.
Sure, she did.
Not really.
Yeah, well, she's from Mexico.
Yeah, but all the other kids were from Mexico too.
No, they weren't. They were brought to Mexico.
But there was other Mexican kids, and everybody spoke English.
But so did
except for her.
she.
She didn't want to talk.
She didn't.
Sure, she did.
She spoke a little bit, but she was mainly speaking in Spanish.
You know what? I will check on the language. That is the one thing you pick out of the movie that's not realistic. Is the fact not that she had. You didn't mind that she had claws on the back, and that she was killing people.
She had a claw in her foot.
In her foot, yeah.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I thought it was a great movie.
I loved it.
Hey, man.
Loved it.
What about Deadpool 2? Did you see that?
I never saw
Commercial
Deadpool.
for the.
You never saw Deadpool?
I don't care about that.
You're an asshole.
I'm busy. I pop lock.
You what?
I'm a dancer. I pop lock.
You pop lock?
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm in pop lock.
You never saw him on the subway with
you
the cardboard? He has a thing of cardboard.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Were you in a Electric Boogaloo?
No, Breaking 2. That was Breaking 2.
Breaking 2.
Yeah, I had
Turbo.
a difference of opinion with the producer on
Okay.
that one. I wasn't
You
the
were supposed to play
original.
Turbo, right?
I was also in Beat Street.
You did Turbo. Did you ever see the clothes they wore back then?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
With the bandanas
That's right.
around your ankles.
I
and
wear a
around
hat
your
like
thigh.
Ozone. Remember Ozone?
Ozone, yeah.
Ozone?
And who's the girl?
I haven't seen the thing in a long time.
They dressed horribly.
Oh, they dressed the fucking worst.
But that movie was so cool. When we saw Break In and Beat Street actually was a better movie, but the South
Yeah?
Bronx. Yeah, that made more sense. But you know, there was a death in it. But fucking this did not make any sense. Break In was not a cool movie.
You didn't like Breaking?
I liked it, but it
2.
wasn't cool. Beat
Electric
Street was actually
Boogaloo.
cool.
I just like to say Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, that's the worst name for a sequel ever. Break Into
I don't
Electric
know when that must have
Boogaloo.
came out sometime in the
I like
mid-80s.
Electric Boogaloo.
That's a white director. I guarantee a white guy made that up, and black guy's like, that's not going to fly.
Well, I mean,
And the white guy was like, no, trust
probably-
me. don't
What are you
bother."
saying? A white guy made movies in the 80s?
No, that made up a terrible title for a rap.
No, I was being sarcastic. It was all white guys.
It really was.
We just started having black directors, I think, in 2005. They started.
Who's the one did Boys in the Hood? Singleton.
Singleton.
John Singleton.
And then Spike Lee. And then
Sidney Poitier directed movies. He
It's-
directed
he's
Let's Do It Again.
3 people.
We had Ice Cube in here recently.
I was not
4
here.
people. Sorry, 4 people.
How was he?
There's 4 black directors.
Where? Back in the day?
Yeah, he's a
Back in
director
the
too.
day? Well, yeah, but no, we're talking about Ice Cube was in here. Sitting
was
where
he?
you're sitting, Bobby.
Yeah, Ice Cube's great.
Oh, it was so-
Singleton actually got him on his directing career, right?
When I was in his movie.
Well, he told him, he goes, go write your movie. Go write a fucking movie. And he was like, I don't write. I rap. He goes, just go write a fucking movie. And then he started writing movies. And he gave him to Singleton. And Singleton was like, this is horse shit. And then he goes, I want to write a movie about the black neighborhood, but not with the gangs and the killings.
Friday, you're talking
And then he
about.
wrote Friday. Yeah. And that's how
You
he
gotta listen to
that was
you gotta listen to my interview with him.
He was cool, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it was almost like how I told Jimmy when I told this, because listen, Jimmy's a great interviewer. I work off of him. Yeah. If I had a guy in here, I usually have like when Jimmy was in LA when this was going on, when Ice Cube had to come in. So I usually have a friend of mine. I have Henzo Gracie, I have Ray Longo, I have my guys, and we're bullshitting. Right. So I had to have Ice Cube come in here. And I don't get starstruck. I'm not that guy. But this is probably as close as I could, you know, only because I grew up on his music and stuff. So I was going to have this girl, Phoenix, was going to co-host with me. She wasn't really late. He came early. Yeah. So I came in, and if I had to think about it, like you got to interview the guy alone, maybe there might have been a little anxiety there. There might have been a little, fuck, man, I'm no Barbara Walters. I don't know what the fuck to do with this guy. But it's almost like having a fight on the spot. Like, you know,
That's right.
Anybody can have a fight on the spot. And you don't have time to think about it. You take that same guy and the same guy you're about to smack, you're going to fight him a week from now in front of people. You're going to be like, yeah, you know? So it happened so fast that I didn't have time to think about it, Bobby. Yeah. I come in, Chris, the producer, meets me in the hallway. He's a little nervous. And he goes, he's a little nervous, Nilly.
He is a nervous guy.
And he comes in, he goes, look, Phoenix is not here yet. They got here early. They're in kind of a rush, and I think they want to go. I'll try to hold for maybe 5 minutes for Phoenix. I go, what'd I say to you, Chris, the producer?
He said, I'm ready to go.
Let's do
How
this
late
right.
was
I go, let's
Phoenix?
do this. Well, she wasn't.
She
really
wasn't.
late.
He was here like an hour before we thought he was going to be here, so it was just sort of.
She was a little starstruck. It's probably better she was late.
Okay.
She got here and she goes, I was going to be like, I was going to tell him he's my spirit animal. I go, oh, yeah? Good thing you were stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I never want to be told I'm the spirit animal.
You're my spirit animal. I channel my inner Ice Cube. I'd be like, yeah.
I've had women tell me that on Twitter.
Is that fucking Curly?
I can do that better. I love Three Stooges. I freaking love it.
Well, that's what you got here.
It is. It is. We'll battle the
I'll
who
be
can
Mo
be
for
Curly.
obvious reasons.
Which one of us is going to be? So who's going to be Curly?
You be Curly. I'll be the
Shemp.
I'll be
Curly
Joe.
Joe.
Shemp. Nobody wants to be Shemp.
Shemp was
No,
funny,
nobody
man.
wants to be Joe.
Joe,
Nobody
Joe,
wants to
yeah,
be
Joe.
Joe.
Curly Joe's
Joe's a
better.
poor man's
Yeah,
Curly.
He did suck.
He
You're right. I want to be Joe.
sucked.
Curly Joe.
Yeah, Shemp was good. Great name, by the way.
I love Shemp.
Oh, Shemp. I wish they.
Shemp wasn't bad.
If I had a
funny,
daughter,
man.
if I had a
was
daughter,
really
I'd name her
funny.
Shemp.
Shemp Kelly.
Shemp Kelly. Just fucking ruin her life.
I don't. You guys know Will Sasso, the comedian?
Yeah, I know who
No?
he is. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I thought he was good as Curly, man. He was a little huge.
He is fucking great.